Special.
What's going on, world? You know, this your boy Most Wanted here, man. You know, and as you can see in the subject title, we're going to be talking about influential deaths in the urban community. You know, I feel like a lot of deaths that's been going on in the community that I feel deserves my opinion as well as my guests. And you already know who they are. These are the originators. These are the first ones that did breaking bread with me. So I appreciate the having you back again. You know, the same old panel from before. So we're gonna start with you. You want to introduce yourself?
I mean, if y'all seen the first episode, y'all already know me. Ray, aka Ray Beezy.
Okay. What about you?
It's me, man. Briggs, man. Simple as that. You already know. I'm here.
We said simple.
You always
as
got
that.
a cup in here.
Word. AKA Red Cup. Like shout out to my Uncle Tuck, man. We found Red Cup Jr. right here. You know what I'm saying? To my Uncle Tuck, he always be with the Red Cup. You know what I mean? So we basically, like I said, you've seen the title already. Influential deaths in the urban community that I feel deserves our opinion. So I guess we're gonna start with you first. Who do you feel like really, you know what I mean, touched you when they passed away?
I'm gonna be honest, it's like people already probably gonna notice with Nipsey, for real.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say like at a point I didn't listen to a lot of his music, but I seen the moves he was making, and it was really some boss moves he was making. And I seen what he's doing for his community and really putting on. So I was just like, damn, like most a good person right there.
That's a fact. I feel that same way. As you can see, I got my Nip shirt on. Rest in peace, Nip. Big homie. I got the purple on for you Lakers all day, baby. But I agree with you on that, man. Because like I honestly feel personally, it's like, with the whole, like I said, this is all opinionated people. This is not facts. So don't please base this on facts thinking we know what we're talking about. It's just our personal feelings. Opinions. Let it be known. Okay? Damn, 9 people already. See? They waiting for this shit. But 10 people. In my personal opinion, I honestly feel like with the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, I feel like that it wasn't just a regular, black dude getting shot by another black dude situation. I feel like it was something behind it because if you really follow Nipsey Hussle and what's going on with him, that area that he died in, he brought that whole area. So I think maybe, I'm not sure, I believe it was about maybe 10 stores in that area itself. He had 7 of them. A lot of people that were incarcerated that were coming home from jail, he got them a job.
That also brings us into that other topic you talking about with the conspiracies. Yeah. After you showed me that video, I'm like, nah.
You seen that shit?
All the signaling and all, I'm like,
There was something going on. It was something going on. And another thing that I honestly really feel that reason why it was like kind of flaky is because he was going to make a documentary on Dr. Sebi. If those that are not familiar with Dr. Sebi, he actually was a guy that was on trial in the mid 80s that actually found a cure for AIDS, HIV, herpes,
and they cured the corona too.
He probably could have cured the coronavirus, and mysteriously, after he was acquitted of the charges, I believe he got arrested again and died in jail of pneumonia. Like, you had 70 plus people that confirmed the stuff that they took from Dr. Sebi was curing them. Nipsey Hussle was going to make a documentary on that. And then also, if you look up on the Breakfast Club, I think one of the last Breakfast Club interviews he did before he died, he spoke on it and said, if something happens to me, it's because I'm making this documentary. So it's like, you got to just, really sit here and really think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like at the end of the day, it's like the only way that you can silence a powerful black person or a powerful person in general is by doing what? By killing them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's sad, man. But we're going to go over here. What death in the urban community really, touched you?
Past, present, but...
It could be past, present. It could be whoever. We're not just going to stay in the 2000s. It could be the 90s. It could be the 80s, however you feel about it.
I mean, at the end of the day, we know of who was really networked like that to be, really doing their thing. But as far as like me, with my genre of people, it goes back to Pac, it goes back to Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? And then those type of deaths who still to this day was not found out who did what.
Yeah.
Now there's all types of things that's been going through with the media and that's been going on in the rap community about that. You could say anything in between or under the sun. But if it had anything to do with Streetwise, you know if you were street dude exactly, kind of sort of around the circle what really went down. If you were not, your speculations were the people who were speaking around you and you believed whatever made sense to you at that point in time, knowing that you didn't know exactly what was going on. But with that being said, jump to present, we got Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how you...
That shit hurt me.
I don't understand.
Because he a Brooklynite, man. We already took an L with 6ix9ine snitching, and then now you got a real one like Pop Smoke, you know, meeting an early demise. He's only 20 years old. 20 years old, man. Like, that shit touched me because you know why? He didn't even reach the pinnacle of his career. He just really got started out because, like, another thing with an interview, he did an interview with Angie Martinez. He said he just started rapping 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? He started rapping 2 years ago.
I didn't even know he was only 20.
Yeah, he was 20 years old, son. He started rapping 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And that shit right there, you know what I mean? Really, really fucked me up. But like with the whole Pac shit, say, hey, Juju. You see how that shit immediately zoomed in on you when you came in the camera?
What's the topic?
Influential deaths in the urban community. So we're talking about the Pop Smokes, the Nipseys, the Biggies, anything, you know what I'm saying, that really made you feel, you know, some type of way. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really crazy because it's like, I don't understand why minorities are killing minorities. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that like bongles my mind. Like, you sitting up here seeing a person being successful instead of you sitting up here asking them questions like, yo, how you doing? What did you do to get to where you want to get to in your life? Maybe you can give me advice. You get jealous and want to kill them. You understand? And that's sad. That's real sad because if we all just get together and really do what we have to do and help each other, how powerful we can be is crazy, man. And people don't understand that. Even back to what he was saying about Big and Pac, like at the end of the day, where they died, they try to surround it around gang activity. Okay? Pac wasn't in the gang, man. Okay? Biggie wasn't in the gang. So how can they die due to gang activity if they're not gang members? You gotta sit up here and think.
It's so easier for them to blame it on gangs.
Exactly.
The media killed them.
Thank you. The media killed them. That's the thing I've been saying. The media killed them because somebody. I was watching this thing on the death of what's his name from Run DMC, Jam Master Jay.
That still puzzles me.
It's still like exactly like he has cameras in the front as you're going up the stairs, the hallway, and the actual studio itself. But mysteriously that day, none of the cameras were working, or the tape was missing. You got, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
What does that sound like? We've heard this before.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's sad, man. And that's real sad. But like Ray was saying, the media is what killed Biggie and Pac because they was playing into this whole East Coast, West Coast thing when Pac even said out his mouth like, "Yo, I'm just doing this to sell records to make money." And Big said, "Yo, I ain't got a problem with Pac." But it's just the media, oh, Biggie is the king of the East, Pac is the king of the West, blah, 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 blah.
It didn't have to be like that.
It didn't have to be like
They
that.
could have just stayed in music.
Exactly. It didn't have to be like that. It could have been just a music thing. You doing the music,
Even that is like still happening to this day, even with the Pop Smoke shit.
Yeah.
Like, he died over there on the West Coast. And they just like, certain people got to check in now. And it's just like, wait, what you mean? Like, also, even with like, I was watching some like interview. It was like one dude that was a Crip, one dude was a Blood or whatever from like East Coast, and it was just like New York was getting too soft or whatever. We just welcoming people in. And
Word?
like,
Somebody said that?
Yeah, he said New York getting soft. We just welcoming people in. Nobody got to check in with nobody. We just showing love instantly. But when we go somewhere else, it's like we are checking or we are putting.
Nah, I mean that's true. You know what I mean? But especially like in Brooklyn, like any of my Brooklynites on the page or any New York period, that's just how we are. We show love. You know what I mean? Until you focus over. It doesn't mean necessarily that we soft. Because I'm pretty much sure anybody saying here right now, if it's time to get it, you know what I mean? We're gonna do what we gotta do. But it's just like at the end of the day, it doesn't make us soft because we show love to people. You know what I'm saying? But
I just think it's just like it's so easy to target minority. It's so easy to use that for an answer. But what's the real question though? This is even back. This even goes back. Willie Lynch, baby. See what I'm saying? That whole concept, yes.
Yeah,
It's
say,
still.
I don't know who that is. So educate.
yeah. He said educate me.
Educate me.
That's another subject we're gonna touch on for another podcast.
That name sounds familiar though.
But
The Willie Lynch law, yeah.
it was like a slave owner.
Wait,
He was.
I think
It's coming
I
back to you,
know.
right? It's coming
I
back
think
to
I
you,
know.
right? Yeah. It's coming back to you, right? Yeah.
And to this day, the principles that he embedded still rest. Young against old, light skin against dark skin. You know what I'm saying? What we thought we was balancing, old blood against crib. Come on, a G know a real G, and you know where you stand from point. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than that, way bigger than that. So don't let certain things cloud your mind on certain things that you don't understand. You could kind of do your own homework
And find out what's
and
going on,
kind of, you know what I mean, come to your own peace of mind with that.
That's true.
That's all I got to say on that.
That's true. Yeah, because like a lot, like he said about the Bloods and the Crips, like I mean, I know my history. I guess you could say I'm gonna leave it at that. I know my history, but you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know from back in the days. It's like the Bloods and the Crips and all that stuff. They were designed to protect themselves from police and from things happening to their certain community. But once the drugs got introduced into the community, it was like, oh shit, this hood is making more money than this hood, so forth and so forth. A lot of greed came into play, so that's how it turned into the whole Bloods versus Crips shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people gotta pay attention to that. Like it wasn't designed to go against each other. It was designed to protect ourselves from danger that was coming from police.
What happened was, my fault to interrupt you, was the crack epidemic. When they brought the crack in, that's when niggas started fighting.
You gotta introduce yourself.
222 Camo, follow me on the gram.
Right.
You know the vibes. When they brought the crack in,
Chill Scotty, 2 T's, 2 I's. You know the vibe. Keep going, my boy.
Right.
When they brought the crack in, that's when people was making money, and they started separating, and then they like, oh, Crips got this block, Bloods got this block. That's how they making money. That's when they took over territories, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how it
At
started.
one point before the crack, it was the coke. And you couldn't sell that shit in no black neighborhood though. Niggas didn't have no money for coke. That's that white people shit.
That's a fact.
And the US brung that shit in too. So they just seen it as a different way, like, yo, we want to turn this into crack.
They wanted niggas to do that.
Yeah, they wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Also goes back to what I said at the beginning.
It
Look, it all bounces back full circle. You see what I'm saying?
It does.
What you said?
It was already here. The problem was already here. You see what I'm saying? They just needed to torque it a little bit. They just needed to add their little emphasis and sprinkle a little bit of extra dust of their little evil shit to make it all work together. So this is how we gonna do this. If I make a problem here and I take money from here that's feeding people and they can't even get the right education or right food to their families or anything or right knowledge for books or anything to educate them about what's really going down in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
This is how we gonna do it. No jobs. Oh, you want some more weight? Take that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you're doing is sickening. And if you don't have a cure, you're only going to begin to get more sicker. then death falls upon. So it's just like, yeah, sometimes you got to keep your eyes open on certain things. And then certain things, you can't believe everything you hear. Because some people will tell you
true about that, boy.
Anything that you want to hear.
You run with it.
So I'm going to just leave y'all with that little fact, that little piece.
That shit is true, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we even bring it back to back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you got to think about, like, the Black Panthers, the Jolly Stompers, all my old school Harlem heads, you know about the Jolly Stompers, so shout out to my old school Harlem heads. But they do anything to silence us because it's like the government is basically made off of control. So it's like if they can sit up here and do anything to control you, that's what they're going to do. So when you have people like the Nipsey Hussles, like, you know, the Pop Smokes, the Black Panthers, that's actually trying to educate the minorities on what's really going on in this world, they lose control. So what do? They eliminate you. So that's just basically what's going on in this world right now is the elimination. And it's like they know what they have to do and what they have to put into the community to help us eliminate each other. A lot of people need to be aware of what's really going on. Like, because you got to think about it. Every important Black figure, or I'm not even going to sit up and just say important Black figure. I'm going to say John Kennedy, the president. You know, he was for minorities, and look what happened to him. Basically, what I'm trying to sit up here and say to you is that we as a people have to keep our minds educated about what's going on. So we need to watch the news all the time and watch the TV and see what the hell is going on, because physically we're already stronger than the people. Because you got to think about it like this: how can they call us a minority when we make up 3/4 of the world's population? And I'm sitting up here saying
we are the majority.
Exactly, we are the majority, not the minority. When I say this, I'm meaning Spanish people and African American people.
They just make us feel like we're less than what we are.
Exactly, and we play into it mentally because of what they put out there. So you just gotta sit up here and really think hard to yourself: how the hell are we the minority? Like he said, we are not the minority. Okay, why do you think they try to keep us isolated and keep resources away from us? Because they're afraid if we have the same resources that other people have, we'll be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? We will be dangerous. And a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people see this nigga got a Bentley and I'm driving a Ford Focus, or this guy got 3 chains and I only got 1. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of taking the time and say, hey bro, what did you do to get that Bentley? Or hey bro, what did you do to get those 3 chains and I only got 1? Can you put me on?
A lot of people don't put people on sometimes, though. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
That's nobody want to just show love, like niggas just want to be on top.
Exactly. But you gotta remember, when you're always on top, it's like crabs in the bucket. You understand? When you're always on top, there's always going to be somebody under you that's going to bring your ass down if you let them bring you down.
What goes up must come down.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I personally feel like, on a personal level with me, the Nipsey Hussle really touched me, because it's like the things that he was trying to do was just like, it wasn't unheard of. I mean, it wasn't unheard of to me. Because like I said, the Biggie and Pac thing, when they passed away, like, it really hurt me. But it's like, I was a little nigga when they died. So it's like, I really, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have social media to follow on them, what they were doing with themselves. We had to read magazines.
There was a doctor.
I was talking about Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi. Yeah, he was coming out with this
documentary about
documentary.
I just was sitting there saying that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I literally dead ass, like, in the 5 minutes before you came, was just saying that shit.
Yeah, that nigga was up to something. He found a cure for HIV and all that. That's how they killed him.
Thank you. People that was tuning in, I just was saying that shit. They killed him for a reason. Do you know how he died? From pneumonia.
Yeah, that's fake.
Healthiest man in the world.
The healthiest man in the world dies from pneumonia.
That was poison.
Exactly, they poisoned him.
And then Nip was trying to like relive what he was trying to do, but his problem was he told too much people. The niggas like everyday niggas like us, we found out. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to.
I feel
This
like
is the
if he was
problem
low
with
with
the.
it, he could have just came out with it.
They would have probably still killed him, but he would have had something to show for it. You know what I'm saying? All he had was his business, and then he didn't see when these people they fuck up because they get excited about what they're doing before they even do it. They tell everybody. So whoever wants to make some shit, stay low key until you pop out, bro. Because niggas will try to fuck your shit up before you pop out.
Yeah, it's a fact.
That's everything.
That's it. That's everyday life, man. You know what I'm saying? But
So
just, I basically just want to say this: just educate your minds and be aware of what's going on, man, and understand that they're killing us. Okay,
the coronavirus is killing us.
you know what I'm
That
saying?
should be the next subject.
Sure, the next subject. I wanted to speak on the coronavirus too, but it's just like I was thinking in my head, I ain't gonna get in trouble for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking CDC coming here with the F4s. Like, what do you know? You know what I'm saying? What do you know?
Something we don't.
Yeah.
Hey, they're gonna start pressing you and shit.
All I know is that be careful. They try and vaccinate everybody, and
But this is also man-made.
yeah,
That's
Chinese
another
man.
thing. This is also
Chinese virus.
Yeah.
Anything that we should be okay because anything that was made in China don't really last so long.
I heard the cases going down in China.
Yeah, China, it went down. It went down a lot in China.
If
China,
you had a toy
Italy.
if you had a toy that was made in China, you know that shit lasts like a month.
Where's the fact?
So hopefully this
Yeah,
shit.
New York though, yo, y'all need to stay inside, man.
Yo, New York, please stay inside.
Niggas is talking about I'm outside. Yo, I'm outside.
Outside
You
is
outside.
canceled.
Word, it's canceled.
Outside is canceled.
You see where we at?
Summer
We
2020.
inside, and we not in groups of 10 or more. It's 5 of us.
Damn, bro.
So
Niggas
it's like-
is not gonna be indictment this summer.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
over.
trash.
It's over. It's over. All my people out there,
I feel like we skipping
do
this
what
year.
you gotta do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
We skipping 2020.
Somebody-
2021 is my year.
somebody put on Facebook, yo, somebody need to reset 2020.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for this shit.
That's a fact. Somebody did need to
We only in the
reset
third
that.
month. This shit crazy.
The way this came in, the way the year came in,
It's crazy.
was
It's crazy.
The
crazy.
only positives I see out of this is gas prices.
That's the only thing. The gas prices.
You can't even drive.
Word, so you can't go nowhere.
Like,
That's
bro,
a fact.
gas prices are valid. I can't even go nowhere. I gotta stay inside.
Shit.
Only people that could go places like people that's doing like the important jobs, like nurses,
Yeah.
home health aides.
Right.
Yo, shout out to my moms.
Word. Shout out to Miss Melly. Shout out to mommy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my moms too. You doing what you got to do. You still out there. I appreciate you. I salute you. But I'm feeling like this was a good podcast, and I'm thinking next week we might be a little dangerous and possibly talk about our personal opinions on the coronavirus. But if you don't see me for episode 8, that means the CDC got my ass. So, you know what I'm saying? They got me, but as you already know, make sure you take the proper precautions to be safe. Wash your hands, sanitize. Don't be in a small room with groups of 10 or more. All of that
Yeah, them
jazz.
face mask shits do not work.
They don't work. So I ain't putting nothing against anybody using a face mask,
Y'all
but
wanna
shits
do that
do
for the
not
style?
work.
Hell,
You feel what I'm saying? If you're gonna do that, get a Gucci or a Louis or Balenciaga joint. You know what I'm saying? Like something. You know what I mean? But
You need
anyway,
a hazmat. That's the
Word.
fucking thing. That's what work.
but as always, always be aware of your surroundings. Like I said, make sure you sanitize and wash properly, and make sure you really watch this episode because there's like a lot of things that are happening that we're not being aware of that we need to. So I encourage the people to watch the news, watch the documentaries about powerful people, and I'm not just talking about a powerful black person. Okay, it could be a powerful black person, Spanish person, white person. We need to be known. We need to be aware of what's going on because we in some shit right now. So follow the news, watch the documentary, and wash your motherfucking hands, man. You heard? So y'all want to say any last thing before we get out of here?
Be safe, man.
Yo, safe up.
Don't become a victim. Don't become a victim. You peep what's going on. Be mindful of that fact. Bless.
Spread love, not hate. You already know. Chase our dreams, man.
CLD, man.
Oh. Neighborhood Nip, we love you, baby. Appreciate you.